Hello, happy Monday. We are back in business. It is Monday again. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a good weekend, although did a lot of packing. I am moving on Friday, so I'm in that tunnel of getting things into boxes and trying to figure out what I can live without for the rest of the week if we pack it up. I've moved a lot, so I'm pretty good at this. I've got a whole system going. It's going well. My boys are being super helpful, and the movers come Friday. So wish me luck. They always say that moving and divorce and I think losing a loved one are like among the most stressful things. So good thing I have all my mindset best practices to get me through this. I'm definitely drawing on all of them. I don't love change. I guess nobody loves change really, but I am moving to an apartment I love, so that's good, and that's pushing me through this phase of packing up every single thing and then wondering if I'll be able to find it on the other side. We have a good labeling system going. Hello, Neo. Hello, Lahefa. Hi, Lori. Hey, Joanna. Nice to see you guys this morning. Hi, Maddie. Hi, B. Hey, Kim. Great. Good to have you with us. So I'm going to start with my Go Big tip, and then we're going to do some live coaching. And if you are working on something right now in your business where you would like some help, then just send me, hi Raabia, send me a little request and we can go live. The kinds of things I help with here are pricing, sales, do you have the right strategy, who should you be partnered with, how do you market in this crazy new normal, how do you pivot your business. Those are some of the topics that we've covered here on CEO Check-In. So the Go Big tip today is about formalizing your relationships with people who send you business. I found that when you first start your business, you refer people business to people you like, and people refer you business, and it all happens very casually, and that's fine, that's great. And if you're still in that phase and people are sending you business casually, terrific. But as you start scaling, it's very important to be proactive about finding the partners and the other business owners who can consistently send you business and create actual referral programs or affiliate programs so that they get a little bit of money every time they send you someone, and vice versa. And the reason this is important is that this will move them sending you possible clients from the thing they may or may not get around to something at the top of their list, because it becomes a passive revenue stream for them. And I want the same thing for you to refer people business to others and get passive revenue when that comes in. It's not that hard to do, so if that sounds intimidating to create a referral program or an affiliate program, you can start out low tech, just Google it and see how other people are doing it. Keep an Excel spreadsheet or a Google spreadsheet if you need to. And eventually, if you use an online platform or you have a system that has an affiliate link, you could formalize the referral or affiliate program. So that's the Go Big tip of today. And if you have questions about that, that's certainly something we can address in coaching. Let's see if Joanna Byer wants to come on. It's early morning there for you. She's logging on from California. Nice to see you pop up. I see we have Lori from upstate. La Jefa Negra, I think you were with us last week. So who is ready to do a little live coaching today so that we can see what you're working on? All right, I'm seeing if Neo wants to go live today. Hi, Neo. Happy Monday. Waiting for Neo. When we created our referral program at Million Dollar Women, it really helped us to make sure that we were getting the right kinds of women referred into us. That's the other reason to have a referral program. It's not just about the dollars you can make. It's about having the right customers and clients. So once we created a referral program, then we started getting way more of the type of women we love to have in our community. Hopefully you've determined what your niche is of your business. If you haven't, that's really important, right? Like I'm a scaling coach. We only work with women who are trying to scale up their businesses. We don't help women launch. We don't help women go from 1 million to 10 million. We just help them go from about 75K up to $1 million. So once you know that niche, it makes it a lot easier to partner with people. Oh, Neo's not able to go live. It makes it easier to partner with people because you're probably not doing exactly what they're doing, and they're not doing exactly what you're doing, which means that you can collaborate more easily. So that is one of the first things to figure out when you're looking to do your referral or affiliate programs is who's already referring me business and how can we formalize this so I can get more of the clients and customers that I want and make a little extra revenue when I send clients over to the people referring to me and vice versa. All right, we're going to see if Joanna wants to go live today. Joanna is a coach based out in California, and she does work with tarot cards and life coaching. She's an old friend. So Joanna, if you want to go live today, I'd love to have you on. And I know you're scaling up, but if not, we will go on to the next person. So let's see. Nick, whoops, hang on. All right, let's see who is going to come live with me today. Waiting for Kim. Okay. All right, Raabia, I'm coming over there. You made your video, which is fantastic. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
It's going great, other than packing.
Oh yeah, what's your official move date then? You've been working on it.
I know, right? Well, we got a head start because we didn't want it to all come down at once.
Yeah,
It's happening on Friday. We're moving Friday. We will show up at
exciting.
8 a.m. and then we're, going to the new apartment. I am excited.
Oh, good luck. I saw that
Thank
your
you.
your cat found a new home.
I know. I rehomed my cat. He's going to be with his brother, which I think will be great for him. Our new place doesn't allow
Okay.
pets, and it turns out the woman who adopted his brother was
Yeah.
looking for another cat. So I thought,
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
right? That's lucky.
Oh, that's so good.
I
I'm glad to
know.
hear that.
Thank
Yeah,
you. But I miss him. Change is hard, as I was saying, changing apartments.
I
My
know.
kitty's not here. So, trying to roll with it. But it's good. When you're a change coach, it's important to go through change yourself, right? Because at the end of the
Totally.
day, you can forget how hard it is to make changes.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I'm in the middle
Yeah.
of that right now. And I know you help people change as well in your leadership
Yeah.
coaching. We were talking about this
Totally.
last time for you too, right? How you're learning to do these new things and getting
Yeah.
reconnected with the fact that you're asking other people to do a bunch of new things too.
Absolutely, yeah. And I've worked with a coach. I've been working with you as my coach too. And so it's I think keeps us in tune with our empathy and like how does it feel to be on the other side of things when we're working through it too. It's just the human experience, how do you navigate that? So it keeps us real. I think it keeps us in touch.
Big
So
time. Big time. Yeah, I'm feeling
yeah,
very human
yeah.
right now. Very like,
Good.
okay, every day things are changing, but that's all right. I can see
Exactly.
the end. I can see the end. And hey,
Yeah.
congratulations on your video. I love the video that
Thank
you
you.
posted. Yes.
Thank
Did you get some
you.
good reactions to that?
Yeah, I just yeah,
Or wait,
thank you so
tell
much for
everybody what it is because they may not be following the story.
Sure. So I have my own consulting firm and I work with leaders at all stages in their career who are trying to figure out how they want to show up more powerfully and have a really positive impact on the workplace culture. So I released a video I have three core service offerings. One is organizational culture change, the other is coaching, and then the other is leadership development. And I made a commitment to you. I fist pumped
We fist
Julia.
bumped. I remember. Yep, you
Yes,
did the
we
fist
did
bump.
it. And I was going to release a short video kind of sharing with other people for each of the three solutions, like what it's about and how to not sound so salesy, but also kind of tap into the problem or the pain, so to speak.
Yes, and
That
I
was
think
the
you
goal.
found a great way of doing that. Without it sounded really natural. How did it feel?
Thank you. Yeah, I have to say by the third one I felt a bit better because I started to get in a flow because it takes time, right? It's not I think the thing that you shared with me, which was very helpful, was imagine as though like you're talking to your friend about it. And in this day and age, it's like you were saying, it's not like you're there in a boardroom presenting, right? You don't want to
Right.
be too
Well,
formal.
video is very intimate, right? I mean, people watch
Yeah,
video on their phones, next to their beds, right? And it's like the person's right there.
that's a good
So,
point.
right, if it
Yeah,
doesn't have that tone of like, hey, I'm Rabia, let me tell you about a couple things I'm working on, right? It can
yeah.
feel like too formal in a way, I think.
Totally. Yeah, totally. And I think I'm hoping that I have to say by the third one, I was like, oh, I kind of like this, which I was. I wasn't really anticipating. So I'm
Oh,
trying to
that makes me
actually,
happy because now you can make
yeah.
more.
Now I can make more. Yeah, get ready, everyone. More
I love
Raabia
it. I
snippets.
love it. But what's great about what you did is that you started out with a script that was a lot about what you offer and what kind of
Yeah.
coaching you give, which is all true and amazing. And you're I got
Oh, sorry,
paused for a
cut out
minute.
for a sec.
Yeah,
What
cut
were
out.
you
It
saying?
said pause due to poor connection just for a second. I was just saying hi to some of the folks who joined us.
Oh,
But the journey you went on, if I may share, was one
yeah.
that many entrepreneurs go on, which is, okay, I have this cool offering, whether it's a product or a service, and I'm going to tell you how great it is and what it's going to be like if you work with me. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to miss out on a ton of clients because the
Yeah.
fact is people aren't thinking about the solution yet. They're thinking about the
Hmm.
problem they're having. So the better we can
Yeah.
get at speaking to their problem, the more they think we're the right ones to help them. Right? So let's just say
Yeah.
that again, because that is like a cardinal rule of sales, right?
Huge.
Like the
Hmm.
better you get at speaking to people about the problem they're having,
Hmm.
the more likely it is that they think you're the one to solve it. And you did a beautiful
Yeah.
job of that, Raabia, because you were like, do you
Thank
ever
you.
feel like, everything's out of alignment in your company? Do you ever feel like you don't have the right support? And so if they start going like, yes, I do feel like that, right? Then
Yeah,
they think,
that's
oh,
me.
this
Yeah.
Raabia, she really gets me.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I actually had a question for you, Julia, on that note. So
Sure.
I'm so excited to share that I had this light bulb moment in actually connecting with Aaliyah, who's a beautiful member of our community as well.
I know you guys
And
sent me a picture. I love seeing you together.
yeah,
Leah, who's a stylist and works with leaders trying to, work on their
totally.
presentation. So I could see how you guys would
Yeah.
have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so we had a lot to talk about, and then I just really this whole weekend I was exploring this thing, and I'm so excited to share that I'm going to be launching a cohort, the first cohort for coaching for women of color, and I just was like, oh, mapping it all out. I think it's going to be really exciting because what I'm seeing nowadays is, thank goodness, I think it's high time that you have diversity and inclusion experts, and that is not my field of expertise, but they are helping organizations include or become more inclusive, et cetera, enhance diversity, which I think is so necessary. But what
Of
I was
course.
seeing was totally the last 10 women who have reached out to me for individual coaching have all been women of color, and they're all talking about the same issues that are kind of underlying some of the complexities. So I was like, wait a minute, I think there's something here. So I'm so excited to put this
Oh my
together.
God, I'm so
Yeah,
excited for you. Well, it's true that if you have customers asking you for something, right, that's usually a
yeah,
sign that,
totally.
there are
Yeah.
more people behind them. And I think you would do a great job with that. What would you be coaching on? What do you think the topic would be?
Yeah, so I think the foundation would be talking about the experience, whether it's systemic things that we go through, but also the cultural experience of, I know I come from British, Pakistani, like Virginia, New York, like it's such a confluence, secular, sort of non-secular stuff that really kind of impacts how we show up and what we're told and, how if we're pushing against the grain or we're going along with it. So I think the first piece of it is going to be some foundational mindset work, but also exploring and thinking about what it means to be a woman of color, because that's different for all of us. And then what I'd really like to work on are those fundamental building blocks that I utilize for most of my coaching clients, which is learning how to give feedback, like learning how to delegate and all those
So
things.
important.
Yeah, all those fundamentals like executive presence, but really connecting it to the experience of women of color, which frankly can be very different for other folks in the working place. So,
I think you're really
yeah,
onto something. And what I like is that ever since the quarantine, you've been working on building more online offerings. And so
yes,
now that you have that template, you could just
yes,
put something else into it, right? I think that's one of the silver
exactly.
linings for many of us during the quarantine is being forced to add this additional way of serving people, which is online, right? In
Yes,
fact, Aaliyah,
yes,
who you were talking about, she used to only do styling in person.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now she's got this whole virtual offering, which even when we all go back to work, which we hope we
Yeah.
will at some point in offices, my kids are going back to school, so that makes me think we may go back to work at some
Oh, they
point.
are?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Right? So that's a sign
That's a
that we
sign.
can
Yeah.
keep going with the virtual. We're hearing about a lot of
Yeah.
women in our community who are saying, well, I'm just going to keep that as one of my offerings. One, who knows when there'll be another quarantine, right? We don't want to be like caught off guard like many
Right.
people were with this
Right.
one, to just keep that up and going, and then also be able to serve people in other parts of the country, because your
Totally.
coaching program for women of color, you could have women from California, you could have women from
From all
anywhere.
over. Yeah, that's what I love. And I think I remember you were saying like people don't pay for community, so to speak, because you can get that. I think on the flip side, what I'm excited about cultivating is a safe space and an opportunity for us to kind of let's get tactical here and work through some of these issues together. And it can bring a lot of people together in a way that, frankly, I've been doing a lot of market research this weekend. There are not coaches for women of color. Like, it's a very, very kind of sparse field. So
very cool. Well, I'd
yeah,
love to talk to you more about it offline. I think that's such a cool idea. Let's set up a time to talk, because I think
I would love to.
there's a lot
I would
there.
love.
I'm super excited for you, Raabia.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's great. And I want to
Yeah.
hear what happens with the video you made, the fist bump video.
Yes.
I mean, of course,
I will.
one video doesn't automatically generate a bunch of clients, right? You have to then do follow-ups. But I guarantee there are people who watch that video who were thinking, oh, Raabia really gets me. I wonder if I should reach out to her. Maybe they're waiting for your next video or your next newsletter or something else. But you've definitely planted a seed there. So great job.
Thank you. I thank you. I'm trying. So I will have to keep on going. I think that's what you said. It's not just one and done. So
yes, consistency,
yeah.
consistency, right? Just continuing to show up. And now that you're enjoying it a little bit, right, that makes it easier too.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you turned that corner. Well, so great to see you and start the day with you, or half the day with you, wherever we are in our day.
I know, wherever we are.
Started their day.
Exactly. Well, my next goal is to put a video snippet out using what you've taught me, but for this Women of Color program. So it's on the to-do list. So thank you for your help. That's the only way this thing is done now. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you, Raabia. Have a great Monday.
Thank you. You too. Bye, Julia.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
It's so fun seeing people go from having the kernel of an idea to then building a program and advertising for it. We had a lot of fun with Raabia figuring out what are the problems that her clients are having. And so if you are now working on marketing for your business, or you're wondering, how do I get more clients and customers, especially now that people are being more careful with their money because we're not quite sure how long this pandemic is going, or what the end of where's the end in sight, right? We're hearing, well, we could have a resurgence in the fall. So there's a lot of uncertainty out there. So it's more important than ever that your clients and customers think that you really understand them and are the right person for them to work with. And a great way of doing that is what I was teaching to Raabia, and I'll just spend a minute on it here. And then if somebody wants to go live with you, with me, I'm happy to do that, which is really about working from the outside in. Putting yourself in the shoes of your potential customer and thinking, what are they worried about right now? What's keeping them up at night? So it's less about telling them about all the cool things you do, and more about thinking about maybe your last 5 clients and why did they come to you? What made them reach out to you? Was there an actual event? Hi, how are you?
Good. I have to hide my hair a little bit.
Hey, listen, you're baking cakes, like whatever you need to wear to stay cool.
Right? I know. We have to be cool, literally, and cool temperature-wise.
Completely. I'm so glad you came on. I'd love you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Rachel. I'm a California native. I love that she was talking about reaching Californians. And I've been in New York like 4 years now. So working in the industry in Manhattan in the like really big fancy places with beautiful fancy equipment. And of course with the pandemic, that was all shut down for a lot of us. And like my initial thought was, oh my God, I need to get back in right now. Like we have to survive. And then once the panic went away, I was like, screw that. Like we'll survive on our own. It's time, like it's a sign, right?
And you just created your own company a few months ago, right? Isn't this pretty recent?
Yeah, she's a baby.
Tell us about it so people know where they can find you and what you do.
Yeah. So it's called Two Elephants Patisserie because my grandfather, so I'm Indian, I'm a first generation American, my family's from India, And our elephants are so important to us, and they're like wisdom, and they're also like super empathetic animals. So
Oh
I
my
kind
God,
of
I
consider
love that. I've ordered so many cakes from you, and I didn't know why you were called
Oh,
Two Elephants Patisserie.
yeah,
So glad you came on.
I have so many $1 million women customers now. Like that whole family has become my like customer family. Their
Oh, I'm so
parents.
thrilled to hear that we can pay
Yeah,
it
I
forward a
made
bit.
a cake for someone's dog birthday from $1 million women. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
know who
feel
that
like
is. A dog's birthday, that has to be Kelly.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, she's
Kelly.
my
Thank
neighbor.
you for the reminder. It's her dog's birthday today. I have to reach out to her.
Yes,
But
it's
yes,
her dog.
you are such a talented baker, and the cakes you make are gorgeous. And it's so nice to send someone something made by a woman business owner, a woman baker. So I was really happy to send your cakes to all the people who helped us with the $1 Million Women Summit. And I'm glad that some of them have become repeat customers now, from what I hear. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And I was so happy to hear about what you guys do. Because also, like, the business is so young, but it's never too early to start thinking about how can I become better next month, or how can I create a community and a network. And especially for women, in this industry, I think it's getting a lot better now, but it's not a very female dominated industry
Yeah, what's it
normally.
like in the baking industry? Are there, I mean, you would picture a lot of women, but is that not really true?
I think it's getting better because we have some famous women chefs, but
Okay.
originally there weren't too many famous ones. So even for me, I didn't know that was an option. And when I started working in New York, I would be the only female in a kitchen full of 300 people.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Whoa.
yeah,
Well, I
weird.
waitressed my way through like high school and college, and I noticed the chefs were always all men, and the waiting staff was all women mainly. So I
Right.
figured that would be different by now, but it sounds like not radically different.
Yeah, it's working its way there. I think it just takes like, I've heard a lot that you have to be a little masculine or you have to be a little tough, and I kind of reject that. Like, just be whatever type of female you are and just decidedly do it. And if it's a little rough, like, fine, because next time it won't be as rough, and the next time, and the next
Well, and
time.
plus you created your own business, right? So I think a lot of
Right.
women leave corporate America or leave work environments they don't like to create their own businesses so that they can be however the heck they want to be, right? So
So
I
true.
love that you've done that. What's like your biggest challenge right now? Is there something I can help with? What are you working on, Rachel?
Yeah, I've actually started watching your check-ins, especially because I think I'm really, really green at marketing. Like, once people do try it or they know, they have a great time and I have a great time with them. But I'm really, really like not sure how to even just talk on like I try to have like a video with people. Like I send a shout out like thanks for the geeks, and I'm so awkward because I'm really shy. So, but I don't want them to feel like it's them or the experience. I want them to feel like comfortable, like you were saying, like talking informally. So
Yes.
I think marketing, I'm not sure how to get to people and find new people.
How to get to people and find new people. That's really your big question for
Mm-hmm.
marketing. Okay. Well, first of all, you do a great job on Instagram. You post a lot, right?
Yeah.
And it makes us feel like we know you and we know the cakes you're making. I was just looking at one the other day where you had some kind of like a dolphin thing going on. What was that? It was like, what was that? That
It's
was cool.
like a giant mermaid birthday for a 2-year-old, if you can imagine.
Oh my God, that was amazing. No, really, you are so talented.
Thank you.
So I think part of it is just getting into networks that have your potential client. One thing we teach in $1 Million Women Masterclass, our online business program, is to get very proactive about understanding who your customer is. Because if you're selling to everyone, you're selling to no one. Right? There's
Right.
7.2 billion people on the planet. We're not selling to everyone, right? Even people who sell
Right.
food are not selling to everyone. So who is that person who wants to pay a little bit more for, a beautiful cake because it's handcrafted and it's woman made and it's local, right? There are a lot of people who fit in that category. So I think if you could do the exercise, maybe Google, I would start with this, Rachel. Google, create a customer avatar and find online a little
Right.
instructions for creating a customer avatar. It's something we do in our masterclass. And then once you've created that avatar, start thinking about like, okay, where else is she shopping? What else is she doing? And he too, but we'll say she for the moment. I'm sure men order your cakes as well.
Right.
And what junctures, right, do they need a cake? Is it when there's a new baby? Is it when there's a wedding? How do you reach out to some women, even in the $1 Million Women community, right? And just exactly the Go Big tip today, like formalize your referrals and affiliates. for instance, Erin Coles, who's very active in our community, is a wedding band manager. She sends wedding bands out to weddings all around
Wow.
the tri-state area. They do about 150 weddings a year, right? So
Wow,
that's
that's
one of the things
amazing.
wedding couples need, right? A wedding business friendly. She's on our leadership council, and she also works with the nonprofit Women Owned. So I'm going to
Wow.
jump on a call with you to explore this, right? Whether or not it's anything you could do for each other. But those are the types of things that you want to start looking into, is not trying the one-off, like, okay, where do I find one person who wants my cake, right? But where
Right.
are there streams of people, right? Streams of people where I can kind of dip my cup in. I
Right.
was a former fundraiser, and when I was a fundraiser, they taught us, go to where the river is flowing and dip in your cup. Don't go try to make rivers.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's so well put. Yeah.
So yeah, go find where the river's flowing. The same people who buy your cakes are the same people who want, a custom band, not a DJ, right? The same people who want to buy the handcrafted wooden toy for their friends who had a baby, not order something plastic online. Do you
Right.
follow? And
Yeah.
don't stay in the food vertical. It's not just the food people, right? Like, you could, of course, look at, oh, well, these are the same people who ordered from Juice Press, right? Maybe they also want my cake or whatever. But you don't even have to look in food. You can look at all these other areas. And I think once you do that customer avatar, you're going to get some ideas.
Right. That's amazing. I love that. Thank you.
Well, great. That gives you some good stuff to get started with. And we do have a masterclass starting in September. We're taking
Ooh.
a little break in August because we have a class already up and running. We're very busy with them. But in September, we have a new class starting. So feel free to reach out to Maddie if you want to explore that, or anybody watching who wants to scale up. These CEO check-ins are for our existing community of women taking masterclass, and for women like you, Rachel, who are like, hey, what's this all about? How could I get to that next level easier?
Amazing. Yeah, I absolutely can't wait. I love your ideas. You have like a way of saying it where it's maybe just an idea that's so accessible, and the way that you describe it, you feel like, yeah, I could do that. Like, that makes sense to me. I love that.
You definitely can do it. And the reason it sounds like that is I was you, right? I ran a small business. I had all the same concerns that you're having. And if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. And again, you are so, so talented, Rachel. So keep it up with the wonderful cakes.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see where that goes, and maybe have your masterclass in the fall. Who knows?
Absolutely.
All right. Have a great day. Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Bye.
Nice to talk to you.
Bye, Rachel. Take care.
Bye.
Everybody should follow Rachel at Two Elephants Patisserie, because how fun is that to have in your Instagram feed, these gorgeous cakes, and she shows you how she makes them. She's just so talented. So great to have you on. And I think Neo was saying she had a little question. So let's see if we can go live with Neo just for a few minutes. We'll run a couple of minutes over, because I don't like to have unanswered questions on CEO Check-In. And if Neo has moved on to her next activity, she could come back on Wednesday, because we are going live again Wednesday at this exact same time. And I love having this chance to connect with you, to send you good energy, to give you a few tips so that you can continue to grow your business and scale. Here at Million Dollar Women, we are just all about helping more women make more money. And now, with this crazy things happening in the world and not quite knowing when business will be back to usual, it's more important than ever that we support women entrepreneurs, because we are heads of households. We are often supporting our families, our teams. So let's all try to shop women owned as well, right? Let's be conscious and proactive. If you have to buy something for a party, see if you can get it from a woman owned shop. Or if you're buying something online, check out who makes it and try to spend your dollars with women-owned businesses. Okay, I think Neo is not able to come on for whatever reason, but maybe Neo will be back next week. Oh, and Maddie's on here too, my chief of staff, who introduced me to Rachel, so thank you for that. All right, everyone, have a wonderful Monday. Great spending this time with you, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday for another CEO Check-In. Stay brave and go big.